your loved one is all that matters.
All right, welcome back. A little breaking weather news for you here. We've got a new tornado warning issued for very far southeastern Kentucky on that storm that's rolling right next to Harlan at this time. So it includes Harlan County until 8 p.m. this evening. It's also going to work its way up into Letcher County. It's clipping some of our other counties down here as well, like Perry County, all of them inside this red polygon until 8 p.m. for this gnarly little cell that is right outside of Harlan at this time. Let me get you on to our velocity reading so you can see where the concern may be for the potential of a tornado to be flying around here in the Harlan area. I'm going to get real close to it so we can get a good look. Here's where it may be with the greens and the reds coming together. We call this a bit of a couplet, a velocity reading, where we have speeds going toward the radar and away from the radar at the same time in a close-knit area. So we've got some towards there and away there if we were looking at the Jackson radar scene. So that's where we're seeing the potential for some rotation. Also, the opportunity for golf ball size hail was reported on that as well. So we'll need to keep a close eye on that one. Strong cell working its way to the north and east, only moving at about 40 to 45 miles an hour at this time. Let me zoom us out here so we can get a better reading as well of everything else ongoing. Radar scene sloppy for us here across the rest of the state. We've got some strong cells and a bit of a line working into our far northern Scott and Harrison counties. Not severe warned currently, but just outside of that, you can see here there is another tornado warned cell in far northern Kentucky, not quite in our viewing area, but Mason County is inside of that, and it continues to move out of Brooksville at this time. So another little cell that has the opportunity to produce some of that spinning, and that's been the theme for us across the board. We need to look further west and keep an eye on how these storms develop. It's been this corridor here in between where we've got this northern line and this middle line where everything's kind of untouched. So any cell that can get in there and tap into some of the energy or the juice available could spin up a tornado for us as we go through the rest of tonight. So that is the main theme here for us. Plenty of rain going through central Kentucky and some thunder and lightning. That is actually helpful for this evening because that takes away some of the energy for these storms to our west. But areas where there's not storms still have the possibility of producing some severe weather for us the rest of tonight. So again, tornado watch for us until 10 p.m. for all of the counties. I'm going to jump right back because it looks like we just got another severe thunderstorm warning, a new one that was just issued as I changed the frame here. Let's get down there towards where that one might be moving in. I got to flip the scene over to the Jackson radar for us. So let me get that pulled up first. Okay, and then I will get down in on this and see what we've got going on here. It looks like it is heading into some of those southern counties that we've got. Currently, the storm is inside McCreary County till 7:45 p.m. This new severe thunderstorm warning is in play for us. It includes portions of northwestern Whitley County, parts of western Knox County. We've got south central Laurel County inside of this as well. And it looks like the very edge, the eastern edge of Pulaski County inside of that until 7:45 p.m. This one likely producing some gusty winds. Let's just get a brief look at what the rotation may have and see if there's any threat of some spinning. A little bit of potential, maybe the storm itself in a broad theme is spinning, but the reason we have to stay vigilant the rest of tonight is because any cell just like this could have the possibility of spinning up that tornado. So we're going to keep an eye on this one as it continues to move into McCreary County and as it works its way into parts of Pulaski and Laurel County here this evening, as well as Whitley again till 7:45 on that. So southern Kentucky, you've got plenty of activity to keep an eye on for you. We'll have more, of course, as we continue to monitor these storms the rest of this evening. I'll continue to watch these as well as I've got Chief Meteorologist Justin Logan and meteorologist Chris Johnson in with me. If anything really starts to fire up, we'll of course cut back in. We'll have more details too coming up on the other side of the break.
Download the Fox 56 Weather Authority app today.
If you're over on UK campus ever, you'll see these little robots.
I've seen.
From Fox 56 News, the Weather Authority, this is a severe weather alert.
Hey, good evening. Meteorologist Justin Esterly of the Fox 56 Weather Authority back again. A couple of new warnings, a new tornado warning in southeastern Kentucky. I want to recap that cell that's heading through portions of Garrett and Lincoln County as well this evening. Let's just dive right into the radar so you can see. First and foremost, let me touch on that storm that is heading down in southern parts of the state here near Harlan at this time. The tornado warning for this, and I will rotate where we're looking at things so you can see. The rotation small, just south of 119, southwest of Harlan County this evening. The Jackson Weather Office has put out a tornado warning for this cell for Bell, Harlan, and Leslie County. That is going to be in effect for us here until roughly, here I'll click on it so you can see, 9:15 p.m. Again, that includes southern portions of Leslie County. We've got most of Harlan County inside of this, and just in the far eastern portions of Bell County, most of this riding right along 119 here towards Wallens Creek, along 119, just on the south side of it from Wallens Creek, in between Wallens Creek there and Pineville. You can see that there's a little bit of that rotation. This green going toward, this red going away. That's where we're seeing that rotation take place and the reasoning for this tornado warning. So we're going to want to keep a close eye on that as it moves to the north and east at 55 miles an hour. Near Black Snake, located over Black Snake or 10 miles southwest of Harlan, is the more precise location of that rotation at this time. So we're going to have to watch as this continues to move northward, and it does start to include portions of our coverage area. So as that rotation gets closer, we will need to be doing some continuous coverage for that. I want to touch on this cell that's right near Stanford at this time. Stanford, you are likely seeing a strong thunderstorm capable of producing 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. It is moving to the north and east at 55 miles an hour at this time, and that is still in effect for us for the next 5 minutes. We may see that get extended should that cell continue to provide the strength here. You can see some lightning, but nothing terribly frequent. We've got some darker purples in the mix too here, right in the middle, right south of Stanford. We're talking about between Boneyville and Stanford, heading to Rowland this evening. Just outside of Blue Lake and Miracle, you're also probably seeing a lot of heavy rain at this time. A nasty little cell working through that continues to have a little bit of rotation with it. Greens and reds here you can see very broad. So for the most part, not worried about a tornado with this at this time, but the rotation is there, and there's nothing to say that it couldn't spin something up quickly as we roll through here the next couple of hours tonight. These cells still producing some strong thunderstorm activity. Zooming it out and giving us a full radar scene. A couple other locations there in southern Kentucky, down in portions of Cumberland County until 8:45 p.m. A severe storm in Monroe County as well. And then a couple more outside of Kentucky heading through portions of Ohio this evening, some tornado activity there. And we've also got another line bringing some rain into the Lexington metro. Also from Lawrenceburg to Midway south of Frankfort in Franklin County, they're heading into Anderson County as well. And in parts of Woodford County, we have a strong little line of cells we'll need to watch. Likely just a rainmaker with some gusty winds on the front end and frequent lightning with that. So we're not anticipating any severe weather with that at this time as it continues to move into areas that have already been hit with multiple rounds of rain. Ingesting some of that cooler air will actually keep those sub-severe for the most part, most likely, as we go through the rest of this evening. So the two main cells that we're keeping the close eye on here, again, the one that is in portions of Lincoln County and Garrett County, including the cities of Stanford, Crab Orchard, and Lancaster. You need to be in your safe places. Again, this is capable of producing 60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-sized hail, and it has a little bit of rotation, so we don't want to rule out the opportunity for maybe a brief spin-up within that. Haven't seen it at this time, but you need to keep that in mind as we continue, and you need to be in your safe place here this evening. That storm packing a bit of a punch. One more look at the storm that is in far southeastern Kentucky, now entering Harlan County at this time. A tornado warning until 9:15 p.m. This one just on the fringe of our coverage area. We start to see it in Leslie and Perry County as that rotation gets closer. As that tornado warning gets closer, we will be able to hop in and provide more details. For now, we're going to let this progress a little bit. If you are anywhere along 119 outside of Harlan, Wallens Creek, anywhere in that northern part of Harlan County this evening, you need to be in your safe space. We have a potential tornado, radar indicated at this time, that is moving through that area into this evening. Again, southern Leslie County and Harlan County until 9:15. And again, if this rotation here gets to the end of this box and starts to move into portions of Perry County, or before it gets there, we'll come back in and start to discuss some more details on that. For now, we're going to do checks every 15 to 20 minutes or so as new warnings get issued or anything else comes about with potential tornadic activity. We will jump back on and give give you the details. I do have Chief Meteorologist Justin Logan here still with me. He is helping me track these storms as we get into tonight. The overall theme is this line of storms along a cold front moving to the east-northeast at about 55 miles an hour, so gaining some speed. But with the activity we've had for a good chunk of the day, we've had a lot of the cooling effects take place. The widespread severe threat looking minor. The better chance for some of these isolated events continues here as we get into the later evening hours. And because it is starting, of course, it's dark out, we're heading into the nighttime hours. Make sure you have a way to receive alerts. If you're in these warnings, get to your safe spots. We'll continue to watch these storms as the night goes on. For now, meteorologist Justin Esterly, Fox 56 Weather Authority, setting it back.